right, everybody, good morning. How are you? Welcome in. This reading is a daily reading for June 1st. Doesn't necessarily mean it applies to June 1st. I got a lot of comments about different, like, when do these readings apply? Is it just a daily reading for today? I do know that there's a fair amount of you who watch every day, which I'm super grateful for. So thank you for being here. If you're new here, really what I'm just clicking into, tapping into, opening up to is an energy of a story that needs to be told. It's almost like the for whoever. It's sort of whatever the title is. If you're drawn here by the title, that's really, I went back and I don't know, there was a reading that popped up for me from March or from last year, March or something like that. And I watched it and I was like, that's what's going on now. Since we're all in different timelines, you never know. Okay. So solitude. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. June is such a big deal. Traveling lightly, simplify your life. So some of you were having, yesterday in the Ascension group, we did a burn ceremony about releasing in this Sagittarius full moon that is happening on June 3rd and 4th. There's definitely something leaving, okay? And some of you who have been good and dutiful doobies, who have had certain things in your life for a long period of time that have been challenging, even toxic. It's time that those things are now finally moving on. And some of you may even have had to protect yourself from these situations, these people. You are at a distance from them. That is moving on. And I think you know it. I think this is a time when the grip of the past is loosening and lightening up, because Sagittarius energy, even though we're talking about closing chapters, Sagittarius energy is such an optimistic, future-focused, Jupiterian kind of experience. That makes me feel good there. Yep, Eight of Cups. Okay, so Eight of Cups is about moving on. We actually have the moon, the full moon there in the back. So there's a sense of either someone moving on from you, you moving on from someone, but it's making a lot of space, all right, traveling lightly, right? We're done with this. We're done with this now. Underneath is that Two of Swords energy. Look at this, the Queen of Wands with her hands just like the Two of Swords. The Fool, Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands, and Knight of Cups. So this definitely feels to me like some of you, Judgment. This is definitively a powerful connection that is coming in, right? We've moved off of the chapter, the closure. I feel like the closure, well, not the closure, but the thing that has closed down or shut off this connection or finished it, tied it up in a bow. Like, I feel like that's already happened. I'm getting a lot of eye twitching right now. And I just feel that it's making space for something so much better. So you have closed up the karma in some way. I've been seeing that in a lot of the readings, especially the twin flame readings. And a few of the readings I've done last week and this week already are about a chapter that was really testing you, really putting you through your paces, really difficult, has finally closed up. And there's no more to do. All right. I feel like there is something about protecting your heart here and seeing the future now, seeing the new crossroads. This was challenging to walk away from because it was something that, I don't know, you thought you deserved, or you thought was like there was still something to do, or you still could fix this or something like that. But there's really nothing more to do. Okay. There's nothing more to do here. So Magician, Emperor, Seven of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Six of Cups. There is a person coming back around. You have a very karmic spiritual connection with this person. And karmic doesn't mean bad. Karmic just means, twin flames are karmic, okay? Because we've created karma. We're in this life learning new lessons with them. That's what it is. We're really just, everything in life is about balance. And as a Libra rising 29 degrees, I believe that's one of my most important messages to get across to people. Everything that I am seeing in my life has been about balance. When I was a kid, I was not a math or a science person per se. And you might be like, yeah, we know, because you talk for a living and that's not really even in alignment with that. But I was so loving algebra and chemistry because it was like you had to make both sides balance, right? You had to, you had to make them be the same or be equal or something like that. I feel like that's true in my relationships too. If things are out of balance, it's much more impactful on me. I'm always trying to make things in balance, right? That Libra rising energy, 29 degrees. So this is like coming from a place of higher wisdom. This is channeling through me. This is not necessarily me at all. This is really about channeled information. And what I see in my life when it shows up, I'm like, aha, there's another balance. Aha, there's another balance. Even my philosophy around astrology is about balance, right? Using the energies to help balance things out that may be part of your lessons in this life, right? That's what astrology is for us to use the energies. So I'll talk more about that in the coming months for sure. Two of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Empress. Okay, this person, some of you have, and this think big picture here. Some of you have offloaded a chapter in your life that there was nothing else for you to do. Okay, there was nothing else for you to do. This person is looking off to the future. They're not really even engaged with you anymore. They're looking to the next thing. I almost feel, I never really noticed this before, but the Emperor in this deck, he's kind of looking off into the distance. Like we don't really know what he's looking to. And a lot of times when people are at the end of their lives, they see things. And my mother was definitely one of those people. Some people will call them delusions and they're fearful of them. Other people will understand what they really are. What they really are is another layer of consciousness showing up or you stepping into that next realm. Okay. And that's what's showing up. My mom, when she was in the hospital a couple of months, maybe, I don't know, 6 months before she passed away, she was in the ICU, which had cement floors for the crash carts and all that kind of stuff. And so she thought she had a lot of stuff going on. And she was like, why am I in a garage? Why am I in a garage? And I was just like, we knew what was going on. We knew that she was not aware of where she was. And so the next time I came back that night, she was like, well, this is a fantastic tag sale. And in this neck of the woods, that's a garage sale or something like that, And she said, this is a fantastic tag sale. I found a beautiful carpet. It's over a rug. It's over there behind that rocking chair. And I look over and like, there's nothing in the corner, right? Like, so she's like at a tag sale. That's like her happy place, right? Like that's what she loved to do. She loved to go to garage sales, every Saturday morning and stuff. She would pick through and she would find treasures. And she was always kind of looking past us because we were of this realm, right? We were right in front of her, but she knew that what was really going on was sort of on this other level. And, a lot of times people say those things when they're, on their way, like you can tell they're transitioning and all that kind of stuff. This is a more mundane kind of way of that. It's sort of like, looking, you can be looking beyond things right now and how they are and not really accepting. It's not, okay, that's not the right word. That's definitely not the right word. It's not about accepting that things are the way they are here, although that does play a role in it eventually, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. This is sort of like you're finally seeing the possibilities and the opportunities beyond what is shown right to you in front of you. You're seeing that there is immense opportunity, beautiful love and relationships, beautiful opportunities for growth and expansion, beautiful, this is so Jupiterian, right? So Sagittarian, that there's just this sense of optimism, no matter what you're seeing in front of you, no matter what you feel are the obstacles, like you're finally seeing beyond that. And this is, get a lot of spirit chills on this. And so figuratively, you're moving from one level of consciousness into another consciousness. You're taking on that. This is about like North Node and Aries. When we get there in July, it's almost like we're seeing now what the possibilities are here at the very end of May. We're already there. Like we're already in the new space. And that's what it takes to manifest that new space, is to feel it, to be in it. In the burn ceremony that we did, it was about releasing stuff that was no longer part of our journey, no longer part of our future lives, but it is part of our heritage. It is part of our connection on this planet. And so it's not like we're throwing stuff in the garbage. What we're doing is we're saying we're allowing things to move on with dignity and move on with a sense of like, yes, I learned that, but I'm no longer letting that hurt me or that person hurt me. It's like honoring the past, honoring a situation, sending love, sending prayers, really forgiveness in all ways, shape, or form, like really close that up energetically so that you can see the future here. And that's what's the full moon in Sagittarius is largely about, is being able to live in that world of what I want to create, even though we're in this world. And when you do sit in the energy of what you are creating, that's what manifests. Not, oh, I'm in this, I'm in it. Well, this is what I am in, and so this is what I'm going to react to. This is about being in the space of what is to come. I do see that there is another person. So some of you may be moving on from a relationship that has closed up, that has finished its path with you. It has finished. All right. And there is something to keep from it. There is something to have as mementos, or as I really feel like there's some kind of protection that's needed here. I almost feel like this is a relationship that's passing that was really toxic, really difficult, but the lessons were gold. Okay. This person had to behave the way they did because you couldn't have learned the lessons any other way. Okay. And now I feel like there is someone standing in the wings here. 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups. This can be a person from the past, but this is somebody who you are massively connected with. So there's a deep inner knowing here. That's what the High Priestess is, a deep inner knowing. I mean, we have the Emperor and the Empress here. So if you are the one that's sort of seeing beyond what's going on, there's a person that is in the future. This is a person from the past. It's like timeline jumping, right? This person is jumping in from a timeline from long ago. This person is jumping in from a timeline from long ago. And they're reaching out. So let me see here. It's almost like the closing up of the old it's important that happens. It can't happen. March. Okay, that was starting in March, right? Okay. This cycle started in March. Before you can claim it, it's here. One more, please. After this weekend. Okay, something big is happening this weekend. We do have the full moon in Sagittarius this weekend, June 3rd and 4th. This is the time that it's going down. And so seeing beyond what's right in front of you, especially if it's been toxic or been difficult, seeing beyond to happiness. And this person is jumping a timeline to come toward you. This person could be Cancerian. I get Taurus and Libra here. I'm getting Gemini. I'm getting Aries. I've got a lot here. This elemental air with the Fool. To be wise, you must first be a fool. Right? Like you must first have had this experience in order to have wisdom about this next thing. These two things are connected. It may not seem that way, because this could be like a family member, or this could be a job or something like that. And this is a love partner. But these things are connected. Like you can't have this without this experience. And the timeline is going to be jumped very soon. So that is a beautiful expression of what's to come. There's going to be messages coming through. So let's dive into that. If you want to continue on with me, there's a link below. If this is your reading, jump on. Pathfinders, let's keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.